So you're back.
Yep. Isaac said they'll have the extra guns and ammo in the next shipment.
Very professional. I like that. Maybe you can handle something bigger.
That's it? A few caps on another errand?
You're right. I'm just an under-the-table arms dealer. What could I possibly offer you? A drifting mercenary. Sorry for wasting your time.
Alright, what's the job?
Great. The Crimson Caravan has something ready for me. Look for Blake and let him know you're picking up Contreras' medical supplies.
Sounds simple enough. I'll get right on it.
Thanks. Don't come back until you have it. Crimson Caravan is just northeast of the Gunrunners. Blake's usually in the main office.
Howdy. Looking for chow?
Mrs. Nash agreed to trade with McCarran.
Great. Small price to pay in caps for a little variety in our weekly menu.
Alright. And the Crimson Caravan agreed to trade meat and spices for vegetables and water.
That should help balance our stock of food more reasonably and save us a ton of caps. Good work.
Alright, and I found a merchant named Fitz who agreed to sell meat to McCarran.
Great. What he sells might be a bit gamey, but I can use it for stews and kebabs.
Alright. Goodbye. Careful, careful. You wait here, alright? You too, Edie, alright? I've got a light step, so don't worry about me.
Oh my god, are you okay? You've got to get to a medic. Doc Kemp can patch you up back at base. How could you sacrifice your body like that? You never even met him. If the NCR doesn't have a medal for this, they should make one up.
Well, you know, I just did what anybody else would have done.
Bullshit. What anybody else would have done is get their asses killed. You're leading some kind of charmed life. We'll make sure Ranger Morales' body gets sent back home. You don't have to, you know, pick him up on your shoulder and haul him to California. Even though I believe
right.
you would if you had to. You should go tell Private Morales the news. I know she'll be relieved.
Hold on, I've got this.
What?
I'd like a large atomic shake and a double Brahmin burger. And easy on the agave sauce this time.
We gave you a password, Veronica. It's for your safety.
I know where you live, Ramos. Open up.
For Pete's sake. Opening up. Welcome back, Veronica.
Listen up. I'm in charge of security around here, and I can't say I'm too happy about having an outsider waltzing around. But since you came in with Veronica, I'm inclined to cut you a little slack. Just behave yourself, and we won't have any problems, okay? Oh, and the elder's going to want to talk to you. He's on the second level. Just take a right once you get down there. My office is right here in case you need anything. Just ask for Ramos.
Okay.
Hello, Veronica. How goes your mission?
We'll know in a second. I wanted to talk to you.
Veronica, tell me this isn't about...
Yes, goddammit, it is. But you're gonna hear me out this time.
We've been through this.
The things I've seen now, other groups succeeding where we fail, it's not too late for us.
We've outlasted the end of the world. We'll outlast these upstarts.
Waiting in a hole for everyone else to die.
If we must.
This is a dead end for us.
I see no evidence of that. Nor do I see anyone out there with a solution to our problems.
How could you? You're too scared to look. Let's go. We're wasting our time.
Alright.
I'd slap him around, but he stood at my parents' wedding. Plus, he used to make excuses to get me out of my punishment when I'd slept through Head Scribe Taggart's lectures. Figure I owe him for that. He means well.
Well, good intentions don't justify marching the Brotherhood to its death.
No, but it does make it easier to forgive him. He's just misguided. It's not too late to change his mind.
You think the Elder will listen at all?
He's a stubborn old man, but when it comes down to it, he's got our best interests at heart. If he sees some indisputable sign we're on the wrong course, he won't ignore it.
So what is it you're trying to accomplish?
That's my question to the Elder. All these years, the Brotherhood has collected weapons technology. And for what? To keep it out of people's hands? That clearly hasn't worked. To defend ourselves? We can't compete with the NCR's numbers, or the Legion's. We're fighting a war for a lost cause. If we're gonna survive, we have to find a role in society, attract new members.
So how would you propose to do that?
Look at the followers of the Apocalypse. They use their expertise to improve people's lives. They train them to be self-sufficient. That expertise cultivates respect and gratitude, spreads their ideals, draws talent to their cause. They make friends like we make enemies. But they don't know a fraction of what we know. If we took on their role, we could stand up to anyone. We wouldn't have to hide.
So what could we bring to him that would change his mind?
I don't know. We need something that shows the Brotherhood will fail, or that it can do better a different way. The only thing that gets his attention is technology. Maybe Father Elijah had the right idea.
Father Elijah?
Our elder before McNamara. He had a nose for recovering lost technology. He'd send scribes out into the desert chasing whatever leads he found. There were a few he only trusted me with. I can think of at least one that'd prove my point, if it still exists. There's a comm terminal not too far from here I'd use to access messages from him. If we go there, I can pull up his research on it.
Alright, let's head out.
I'm with you. Being around here isn't the same anymore.
Alright. Let's go. Oh.
What is this? Veronica brings an outsider into our home, then has a private audience with the Elder? The two of you may have the Elder fooled, but we know better. Veronica has always twisted the Founder's principles to her own ends. We will not stand idly by and allow her to corrupt our Elder's thinking.
Excuse me? What?
Sorry about that. Just because I love them doesn't mean some of them aren't assholes.
The hell? What is this place? Okay. Download research notes and...
Let's see what we've got here.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. This is the one I was thinking of. The pulse gun. Although, maybe the rangefinder could work too. And it looks like the NCR was onto some miracle farming technology.
Farming technology?
More or less. Supposedly it's a vegetation enhancer. NCR has a science branch headquartered at McCarran Airport. Guess they found something. Guess somebody wasn't very good at keeping secrets either. We'd never pursue it because it's not a weapon, but self-sufficiency is fundamental to us. If it works, they'd see the value of an alternate course.
And the rangefinder?
It's a targeting device for some kind of doomsday weapon based at Helios 1. It was lost sometime after the war.
Oh.
They held Helios 1 for a time. Lost a lot of people defending it. Too many. All for this weapon they never got working. If it turns out to be a dud, it should show how flawed our goals have been. Father Elijah said he thinks a scavenger might have sold it on the strip.
Alright, and what's a pulse gun?
Electromagnetic weapon from before the Great War. Experimental. It never saw mass production. But they were building it as a countermeasure to power armor, which they feared the Chinese were developing. Supposedly a prototype was being housed at Nellis. Imagine what it could do to the Brotherhood. We'd be on equal footing with any idiot with a gun.
Well, the rangefinder might be a problem. I reactivated Helios 1, and it's not powering a weapon.
Ah, hell. Well, how could you know, right? Okay, 2 other options still on the table.
Let's pursue the pulse gun.
Yeah, maybe they'll think twice about engaging the NCR if they know one of those could be floating around. The notes say to look around Nellis Air Force Base. He suggests going through filing cabinets and computers in the commanding officer's quarters.
Alright, let's go find it.
I like the way you think.
Hey there. You looking to buy or sell?
Contreras sent me for some medical supplies?
Here you go. Let him know he needs to make another payment if he wants more of this stuff.
Alright, is there something special about these supplies?
Well, painkillers are easy to come by, but it isn't easy finding iodine, allergy meds, and a few of these other items. Why do you ask?
Well, some of those could be combined with other chemicals to make drugs.
Really? Huh. Never thought of that. The Crimson Caravan isn't really in the drug business.
Alright then. Goodbye.
See ya.
Oh. What the hell? Spore carrier? Hello? The hell? The fuck is that? Spore plant? Oh. Oh, here we go. Cave access. Card. Alright guys, you ready? We're gonna open the doors. 3, 2, 1. Open fire! Oh, here we go. Got the data. Now we just gotta look for Keeley.
Just because it
Oh,
doesn't shoot lasers doesn't mean it's not worth looking into. We could do amazing things with this data.
alright, you sure about that? Okay.
Took your sweet time. I suppose the NCR sent you?
Yes, in a way. Angela Williams asked me to come find you.
She's such a dear. Not like that pompous little pedant she works for. But that's neither here nor there. These plants have gotten completely out of control. I've got a plan to deal with them, but I'll need your help.
Of course. Be glad to help.
Good. Meet me on the 2nd level, and I'll explain what needs to be done. Good, you're here. Ready to begin?
Sure, how can I help?
Time is of the essence, so I'll be brief. This place is filled with spores that are toxic to humans, and we need to get rid of them. I've pumped the vault full of a highly flammable gas that, once ignited, should destroy the vast majority of spores. There's one problem, though. The gas becomes semi-inert on exposure to oxygen, meaning the gas will have to be ignited close to where it's being introduced. I need you to find the vents where the gas is being pumped and ignite it. Oh, and survive the resulting blast.
Blast?
Yes, there'll be an explosion when the gas is ignited, but I'm sure you'll be fine. Now leave me to my work.
Okay. So how exactly should I ignite the gas?
In the area where the gas is active, any kind of fire or explosion should do the trick. Hell, even lasers would do the job. If you don't have anything like that, I've got some grenades in my bag in the corner that you can use.
Alright, sounds dangerous, but I'll do it.
Good. Return to me when it's done.
Alright, thanks for the grenades, by the way. Alright, yep, that looks like the source, alright. Come on, guys, we'll hide in here, alright? Here we go. Got this long fuse dynamite, okay, so just wait here. Okay. I'm gonna go.
Grenade!
Huh. Close the door, close the door. Alright.
Ah, good. You survived. I was beginning to think you hadn't.
Yep.
You'll be pleased to know that the spores should no longer be a problem. Now all that's left
Okay.
is to ensure that none of this ever happens again. The research that led to these abominations must be erased.
So what needs to be done?
I've managed to create a connection to the Vault's backup system from here. I just have to remotely delete all the files, and we're done here.
Okay, will it take long?
No, it shouldn't take all that long. Just a few more moments, and that's strange. The system says that the files were accessed recently and copied to an external source. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Actually, I copied the files. Hilder sent me here to get them.
Yes, that sounds like something he'd do. Well, there's nothing for it then. Those files need to be erased. Hold out your arm and I'll have it done in a flash.
Hold on. Deleting those files makes it more likely that this will happen again.
How do you figure that?
Science isn't just about success. Failures are just as important to learn
I
from.
suppose the data here could serve as a warning to other scientists. Tell them what paths of research not to follow.
Exactly. Without that knowledge, something similar is about to occur.
Alright. You convinced me. Take the files back to that buffoon. You make a good point. But I still honestly hope you know what you're doing. I've unlocked the door, so you're free to run along now. Although it pains me to say it, I wouldn't have made it out of here without your help. If you're heading back to McCarran, tell Dr. Williams that she has my thanks as well.
Okay.
Keeley just called in. You should have heard the director. But wait up. Now look here. She wouldn't let him finish a sentence. Just reamed him out for sending all those people to the vault. I've never seen his face so red and twitchy. Thanks for keeping her safe. Here's the caps I promised. I knew I had a good feeling about you.
Alright, thank you. Goodbye.
Thanks again. Really, I owe you.
Don't mention it. Knock knock. Doctor.
I received a pleasant call from Dr. Keeley. It seems we have you to thank for keeping her alive. Very charitable of you.
I brought the data from Vault 22.
Wonderful. Excellent work. Let me see it. It'll take a moment to decode on my terminal.
By the way, you never warned me about the dangers in that place.
Didn't I? Did you encounter undue difficulties? Clearly not.
A little
You
bit.
wouldn't be standing here, would you? All that matters is whether the data is intact. I think Williams' decryption algorithms seem to be working. Yes, here it is. The data is mostly uncorrupted. This will make the board of directors finally sit up and take notice. Here then, as promised, an agreeable sum payable upon delivery of the data. You've more than done your part.
I agree. I have more than done my part. You owe me more camps.
You want to renegotiate your contract? This is a very serious matter. You do understand that, don't you? I realize that one's word counts for a little in the wasteland, but amongst civilized people, one doesn't just demand more than one has agreed to.
What contract? You cut an under-the-table deal with me.
You're saying that I didn't file the proper paperwork, is that it? I suppose you're an expert on NCR procedures?
Then it wouldn't matter if I mentioned our deal to the Colonel.
All right, fair enough. No need to bring the military into this matter. It's between the two of us, after all. Here, take these caps. That's all of my contracting budget, and it's yours. Now, I've got to get back to work. I'm sure you understand. Exit's over there. You can show yourself out.
Oh, with pleasure. Hildern. Excuse me.
Anders showed up here not too long ago. I'm told you're the one who got him out of the vault. Can't tell you how relieved I am. Sending him on that mission was a mistake.
Well, you did the right thing. If you sent more, they'd have been killed.
That's probably true, but I wonder if I should have taken a different strategy entirely. Although my options were certainly limited, with most of our forces tied up garrisoning this place. Regardless, what you did for Anders isn't something he or any of us around here take lightly. We're all glad to have him back. Thank you.
Alright. Well, you're gonna be glad to hear this. Motor Runner is dead. I brought his helmet as proof.
Unbelievable. That man has given us so much grief since we set up here. This may be a major turning point for us. I can't tell you how many times we thought we'd taken him out, only to have him show up again later, taking more heads off of fallen troopers. This is for the bounty. And this is from a pool me and a lot of the soldiers around the base had going. You may not be NCR, but hey, it's only fair.
Alright, thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Did you start looking for Esteban? I guess my directions could have been better.
No, I brought his body to an NCR position. He's on his way back to McCarran.
They put him in a box? With a flag and all? I
think so.
He'd have been proud. You're too good for this rotten town. First kind thing anybody ever did for me and Esteban. You ever need anything, all you need to do is ask. Thank you so much.
Hey, back for seconds, huh?
This spore pod extract from Keeley should help with morale.
No shit. The stuff actually does all that, huh? I'll have to
think so.
testing this out immediately. This will really help keep the guys focused.
Alright, goodbye.
So you're back.
Here are the medical supplies from Blake.
See, you're practically stealing caps from me. This work is so easy. There's one more job. It's a little more complicated, but I think you're up to it. I need to get
Oh,
some
yeah?
stuff sorted around. Gonna take me a day or two, so just stop back in a few days.
Okay, see you later.
Bye.
The Legion being wiped out at Nelson gave us some breathing room. Hopefully the brass will use that.
Who are you?
Captain Parker. I'm in charge of this camp.
So, what exactly is this place, Captain?
This here's where folks go when their luck runs out. Drifters up from the Republic, locals that can't turn a dime, drunken reprobates from all around. And if you don't have the caps to get onto the Strip, odds are you'll end up here.
Sounds like a chaotic place. Is there any way I can help?
Well, I am a little short-staffed. Maybe you could give me a hand. Some people have gone missing from the camp lately. I haven't seen any signs of violence or heard about any feuds. They just up and vanished. I've also got Keith and his gambling to deal with. I know that skunk's cheating folk out of their savings. I just can't prove it.
Okay. Tell me about this Keith.
Keith's a two-bit hustler. He runs a gambling operation out of his shack. Ask me, he wins way too often to be playing fair. I suspect he's running drugs, too. I just can't prove it. Maybe you can find something. Talk to him, poke around his shack, something.
And the disappearances? Tell me about those again.
Some people have gone missing from the camp lately. I haven't seen any signs of violence or heard about any feuds. They just up and left. I remember hearing some of the missing folks were doing business with Dermot and St. James, a couple of scavengers from Westside.
Okay, I'll look into it.
Glad to hear it.
Goodbye.
See you.
Hey there. Fancy a game of Caravan?
Gambling's not really my scene. Maybe you could hook me up with something, medicinal?
Oh, I get you. Looking for a slightly more chemical thrill? Okay, I'll tell you what. I happen to keep some jet around for emergencies. 35 caps and it's yours.
Okay. You know what? Jet is not my drug of choice. I'll keep looking.
Well, then why are you wasting my time?
Listen, I've run some cons in my day. One clever bastard to another. What's your trick?
You know how they say you make your own luck? Well, let's just say I make mine with a little extra ink on the cards.
Oh yeah, marked cards, huh? A little bit obvious, but not bad.
It's not like I use them all the time. Mostly I keep them in my shack until I see a really fat score roll into town.
Sure. Well, Keith, goodbye.
Come on back if you want a game.
They say
I think I found my game.
but I'm sticking close.
Word around the east side is that you took out some major players in the Fiends. That should make life safer for a lot of people.
Yeah. I've got proof that Keith is selling drugs and using marked cards.
Drugs and crooked gambling? Can't
Yep.
say I'm surprised. Here, you've earned this. I'm gonna go take Keith into custody. If you're interested in a little extra pay, I wouldn't mind backup.
Alright, sure, I'm in. Why not?
Glad to have you. Let's go. Just stick close and follow my lead. Keith's a cowardly son of a bitch, but he might try something if he's desperate.
Alright, right behind you.
Keith, in the name of the NCR, I'm placing you under arrest for illicit gambling and the sale of unlicensed chems.
Fuck you, man. I ain't going nowhere with you.
Come quietly now. I don't want to have to hurt you.
Why don't you go cry to your wife then? Oh, that's right. She left your worthless stinking ass.
You son of a bitch!
Come on, Keith. You need to... Oh, whoa.
Well, that was a bit messier than I would have liked. Is there anything else?
That might have been a tad excessive.
Maybe, maybe not. I always warned him not to push my buttons. Well, ain't nobody gonna miss him anyways. Here you go. I promised you an extra reward for coming along, so that's what you get.
Alright. For fuck's sake. What the hell do you want? What? What do you want? Talk.
The Kaisar has marched you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Kind of busy here, guys. if you don't mind. Kind of in the middle of something.